When I moved to Italy, I thought it would add to my ambition. I thought life in Italy would make me even more inspired, creative, alive even. I didn't expect it to be the opposite, and that genuinely terrified me because for most of my adult life, ambition wasn't just something I had, it was something that was me. Before Italy, I lived in a world where productivity equaled progress, where busyness meant importance, where what do you do was really code for what's your worth. I measured my life in milestones, growth trajectories, and output. There was always a next level, a next goal, a next thing to build. And to be honest, I liked that version of me. She was driven and focused, restless in a way that felt powerful. Ambition gave me structure, identity, and direction. But it also meant I never stopped. Even when resting, I was optimizing. Even when I achieved something, I was already focused on the next thing. I didn't realize how deeply wired this was until I moved somewhere that didn't mirror it back. Southern Italy doesn't operate on that rhythm. Shops close for 3 hours at lunch. Conversations meander without agenda. People sit in piazzas just to sit. There's no pressure to scale yourself and monetize every skill. At first, I found it charming because it's the complete opposite to what I had experienced. Slowly, though, it started to feel destabilizing. Because when everything around you slows down, inadvertently, you slow down too. And when I slowed down, something uncomfortable surfaced. I wasn't chasing anymore. I wasn't obsessing over the next milestone. I wasn't measuring my worth by output. And instead of feeling liberated by this, I actually felt like I was losing my edge. There were moments, quiet afternoons, long dinners, when I'd think about friends back in the UK. They were climbing, building, and accelerating. And there I was having a 3-hour lunch on a Sunday. The guilt was subtle but persistent. Are you becoming complacent? Are you shrinking? Are you wasting your potential? Because we're taught in life that slowing down equals stagnation, that if you're not constantly striving, you're falling behind. And I had to sit with an uncomfortable question. Have I become less ambitious? Or have I just changed? Because you see, when ambition has been your identity, letting it evolve almost feels like losing yourself. What I eventually understood is this. I didn't become less ambitious. I became less externally ambitious. And there's a profound difference. Before, my ambition was visible, measurable, trackable, and impressive. Now, my ambition looks quieter. I'm ambitious about different things, and they're not all connected directly to work. I'm ambitious about having time, about building something sustainable, about creating from alignment, not urgency, about having depth over scale. I'm ambitious about my nervous system not living in a constant state of go. Western culture rewards speed. Italian life, especially in the South, rewards presence. And when you live inside a different value system long enough, you start questioning the one that you came from. But here's what people don't talk about. There is grief in evolving. I sometimes miss the hyper-driven version of me, the one always pushing, always reaching. She felt powerful, but she was also tightly wound, future-focused and rarely satisfied. Italy didn't erase her, it softened her. It showed me another way to exist, where success isn't loud, where growth isn't frantic, where your life isn't constantly under construction. But letting go of your old definition of success, that's uncomfortable because it means admitting you don't want the same things anymore. And that can feel like betraying your past self. I think this shift hits differently once you're in your 30s or 40s, because by then you've already proven you can be ambitious. You've chased, you've built, you've achieved. So the question changes. It's no longer how far can I go? It becomes, what do I actually want to sustain? Do I want adrenaline or stability? Recognition or meaning? Impressive or peaceful? Italy forced me to confront that. Not dramatically, but in small daily moments. Watching people prioritize family over deadlines. Seeing businesses close for an entire month in August because life is meant to be lived. Realizing no one asks for your 5-year plan at dinner. And slowly, something inside me unclenched. The real fear wasn't becoming less ambitious. It was becoming less impressive. Because ambition is socially rewarded. Peace is private. When you step away from the metrics that once validated you, there's this period where you feel invisible. But maybe that invisibility is actually freedom. Maybe not performing your ambition gives you the space to define it on your own terms. Living in Italy didn't kill my ambition. It changed what I'm ambitious for. I'm still driven, but now I'm driven toward a life that feels sustainable, work that feels meaningful, relationships that feel present, days that don't need escaping from. That shift scared me because it meant letting go of who I thought I had to be. But maybe that's what growth actually is. Not becoming more impressive, but becoming more aligned. And maybe that's the kind of ambition that lasts.